In this video, I'll be covering how to install the hotel management system and get it up and running on your local machine, plus how to maintain it. I already have it downloaded, but the first thing you want to do is download XAMPP. I'll have the link in the description. This basically is going to give you everything you need, which for the project is MySQL and Apache. So once you finish downloading and installing XAMPP, we'll move into downloading the actual project into our computer. So I opened up my terminal here and I'm going to navigate to the XAMPP htdocs folder. So XAMPP is typically on a Windows computer is going to be installed into your C drive. So let's move into the XAMPP folder here. So now we're in the XAMPP folder and then we're going to navigate to the htdocs folder, and here we're going to clone our project with this git command. First you have to make sure that you have git installed. So we're going to clone the repository. Again, I'll have the link to the GitHub repository in the description. This will essentially save the repo locally into your computer. Now, here's where we need to do a bit of configuration. First, before anything, make sure Apache isn't running through your XAMPP panel, and we'll go ahead and edit the VirtualHost file to set up the local domain. So first, navigate to the XAMPP directory through File Explorer, and once you're there, you want to go to Apache. Then once you're in Apache, you want to go to the conf folder, and in the conf folder, you want to head to the extra, and then once you're in the extra folder, you want to look for this file in specific, the one that says vhosts.conf. Right click it and you can put open with Visual Studio Code or any other IDE that you may have, and then press on Visual Studio Code. And then under all this text, you want to make sure and copy this block of code under it. Again, I'll have the block of code in the description. And once you do, you just want to file save, and that should be done. So now we'll update the host file so our computer knows where to find hotel.local. So to configure the Windows host file, you first want to open up Notepad as an administrator. And then from there, you're going to want to go to File and then press Open. And then from there, you first want to go to the C drive, and then in the C drive, you go to Windows. From Windows, you're going to go to System32. Inside the System32 folder, you're going to want to go to Drivers. Inside the Drivers folder, you go to Etsy. And then inside the Etsy folder, you're going to see the host file. And then once you're inside that host file, you're going to want to go to the last line of the file and add this new line into it, and then save and close the file. Again, I'm going to have the directory to get to the host file in the description below. So before anything, let's start the local server with XAMPP. Mine is already turned on, but first open up the XAMPP control panel and click the start button next to both Apache and MySQL. Both should turn green, indicating they are running correctly. And once that's on, it's time to set up the database with PHP MyAdmin. Keep in mind this is also the most important step, meaning the website will not work without this database. So first open up your web browser and go to the localhost/PHP admin, as you can see up here. From there, click on the new button on the left sidebar, and under database name, type hotel_management and click on the create button. So next is to import the actual database structure. So again, on the left sidebar, click on the hotel_management database you just created and click on the import tab on the top of the page. And under the file to import, section, you want to choose file, and from there you would want to navigate to the project folder you just download from GitHub. So it should be inside that htdocs folder I showed earlier. Inside that folder, go into the db_backup folder and select the .sql file that's inside. Then once you got that, scroll to the bottom of the page and click on the import button. If it's all successful, you will see a green message and your new tables will appear in the left sidebar under the hotel_management tab. As you can see here, you can see all the tables that were inside that database we just imported. So from there, once you have the database imported, go back into the XAMPP control panel and put stop on both MySQL and Apache. And then you would want to put start again. This is essentially just going to restart the server and the database. And then from there, you should be able to access the hotel.local. If all went well, it should be up and running. Thanks for watching.